Today we're just going to talk a little bit about what it is that we're doing every day to grow ourselves and to, I call it glow, but you can call it whatever you want, because as we get better about who we are and what we're doing, we change. So it's really awesome. We talk about self-care and doing the daily things that we need to do for ourselves, right? But do we really do them? Are we doing them? God knows life is great, and life is busy, and life is crappy, and life is dull. You know, it just depends on the moment, right? So what are we doing, and how the heck are we fitting it all in? Like for self-care, there are so many things that we know we should do, we could do. What are we doing for ourselves? The daily steps that we take, where we're going, and if we're not intentional, that's a huge piece of it. If we're not intentional, what do you think is actually going to change in your life? For me, it's just been huge to keep that activity going in myself. And for so many people, not just because of our physical body. If we don't stay active, we are not going to have the energy. It really does. It increases our endorphins. Getting outside in the sunshine is a huge thing for a lot of us. And while we know we should, you know, I don't know, we're all women here. So we look at life and we're like, oh God, I'm so busy. I'm too busy for this. I don't have time for this. I'm doing, you know, all the dishes. I have a full-time job. I have another job. Maybe some of you do. People are retired too, but they're so busy in retirement too. So when do you find time to grow yourself, to take care of the things that we need to do every single day for ourselves? And how are you implementing that in your life? And do you need help? You know, there's a lot of things that I've learned over, well, throughout our whole life, right? But over the last 6 years, I really took a huge turn to self-care for mental issues. I didn't have mental issues, but my mindset wasn't right. I was depressed for a while, not like diagnosed, but you know, as we know when we're not in a good place emotionally. We know when our mind's not quite where it should be. We know when we're not getting the exercise we need. We know when we're not eating right because we feel it in our gut, we feel it in our energy levels, we feel it in our scale when we step on it. That scale is not very nice sometimes, right? So what are we doing to change those things and to grow forward and to have the best life that you want? You know, life isn't always easy, but if you're taking care of yourself and you're doing those things, there's always going to be some sort of goal, some sort of hope at the end of the day. At the beginning of the morning when you get out of bed, I have talked to so many women that they don't have a drive, or not a drive, but they don't have a vision of where they want to be. And we kind of get into this mentality of just doing the normal day-to-day things. And while we do have to do that, sometimes it's okay to set some of those things that maybe aren't a priority aside and focus on the things that we need to do for our own, for growing our faith, for becoming more active in our body, in our mind, whatever that looks like. Thought, mindset, you know, that's a huge thing for so many people. Today I had a coaching call with a client and it went really well. I talked about I hadn't exercised yet this morning, and that's usually what I do. But I also am going to go help a lady doing some physical work today for about 4.5 hours. So I felt like I would not need my workout, right? Like sometimes we're doing these other things here that make our body get into action. When do you guys set your times? When are you focusing on you? We as women, do you ever feel like, or get into that like, I just don't have time for myself right now. I don't have it in me. I don't have the energy. I don't have the time. And I don't know how I could do it. There's just no way. It's because, man, I hear you. We've all been there. And that's what I have, you know, that's what I help women do, you know, just kind of grow and to connect with other people, to connect with yourself, to learn ways that we can go forward and live a life that we want to live. Be physically in a good place, be emotionally, spiritually, faithfully, whatever that looks like for you. And we all have different needs, and that's what we're here for.